Welcome back to the grind. In this video we are going to talk about the spell details for the Eldritch Mythic Dark Warrior Brutus. Another one with a very nice design in my opinion. And I actually kind of like the spells for this dragon as well, which might make him usable. Now, in order to breed Brutus, you must combine Yetin and Annelid, and then you will get Brutus. Now, if you would like an info card on Brutus, again, go check out Dragon Buddy or the Instagram of Flame, which will be in the description below. So the spells for Brutus. The first one is Skewer, a white active 1-rage spell that deals 13% of dragon's modified HP as damage to all towers in a target area with a radius of 6, if you're familiar with the radius, and freezes them for 4 seconds. It will have a 6-second cooldown, so it's a fairly long cooldown, but there's only 2 seconds between the time that the towers will be unfrozen and the time that you can use it again. And so this will be a very useful spell. If you haven't seen the video where they did the spotlight, War Dragons has on YouTube, you can see the radius should be able to hit 3 towers. I think it's comparable to Hyaku's Meteor. Next is Brutalize, a active, actually white 1-rage spell. That was a mistake and they fixed it actually after the release. But this spell will cause you to gain 100% increased damage and 200% increased rage regeneration over 5 seconds and deal 15% of dragon's HP as damage to dragons over the duration of the spell. So this means that you will take a total of 15% damage throughout the 5-second period, but you have this increased damage and increased rage regeneration, which is very significant. Now, False Hope is a white 1-rage active spell, which makes the dragon immune to all damage and super shots for 2 seconds, and at the end of the spell, it will mark all towers within range, and then when you destroy those towers, you'll gain 15% health back. And this spell has no cooldown. Now, Treacherous Roar is a red 1-rage spell that causes towers to deal 15% less damage for the remainder of the battle. So when flying this dragon, you can most likely skewer up to 3 towers, and that will take them out of the picture for 4 seconds. And then the remaining 2 towers, depending what they are, you might not need to use False Hope to protect yourself. So that would mean that after the 4 seconds of skewer is up, then you could use False Hope, and once False Hope has gone on cooldown, you could use Skewer again to disable the towers. But if there are still some dangerous towers left after you skewer the first 2 or 3, then you can just use False Hope to be immune to damage and super shots while you hopefully can destroy 1 tower. And if you need to, you can continually cast False Hope to prevent taking any damage or super shots. And in order to keep your rage regeneration up, you can use Brutalize, which will increase your rage regeneration by 200% over a 5-second period. And you will take a little bit of damage, but remember, False Hope is putting on stacks of healing after it ends. So every time you destroy a tower, you should be gaining 15% health back. Now, once Brutalize goes on cooldown and you've used all your spells, especially on a long island, that's where things might get complicated. But if you had enough rage regeneration and you were able to use your rage wisely, then if you can only keep about 2 to 3 rage after Brutalize ends, then you can use False Hope a couple times to bridge that 5-second gap, or use Skewer once and False Hope once, or depending on how many towers there are left, if there's only 2 or 3, Skewer might be all that's needed to disable them for 4 seconds to allow that bridge till you can use Brutalize again to increase your rage regeneration and get several more False Hopes back to back. So for this dragon, rage regeneration will be very important, as well as health, but I think that this dragon has some potential as long as it's able to deal enough damage with that 100% increased damage from Brutalize. But I would like to be able to fly this dragon. It seems like it might be pretty fun and interesting to try rotating the spells in different ways to see how it works best. So again, if you have footage and you'd like to share, I would love to be able to put some of this footage on my channel. Thanks again, hope it was helpful, and see you in the next video.